Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Iris Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Yeti. Joining me, as always, we have Thuggington, we have NPC, we have Bard, and today, your rotating analyst, we have the Torbhammer 1v1 god himself. We have Death Knot from the SEAL Team Spuds. So welcome, Death Knot. All right, we are here, guys. We have a pretty loaded cast today, so we're just going to make it short, make it simple right now. Event week. There's not much that can be said that hasn't already been said. We raised $3,611 for charity for Rise Above the Disorder. It was an incredible week. Awesome, cool shout out from Feodor Chin, voice of Zenyatta. Crazy donations all over the community. Amazing events, record stream numbers. It was an absolute blast, and we are exceedingly thankful that you guys decided to be a part of that. So incredible turnout, and honestly, $3,600 far exceeds what we were even hoping to reach. So thank you guys so much for all your contributions during event week. But like I said, we can talk about that a ton. We have one last thing, and that's some shout outs for you guys here. So we'll start it off. NPC, you got a few shout outs.
I do. I want to give a big shout out to the entire team of Tempest. You guys are doing really great in Discord tier. I appreciate all your support for Rise Above the Disorder. But you guys have really stunned us. I was a big Maelstrom fan, season 3, season 4, and then I was disappointed in season 4. But they're back in Harmony tier where they belong, and you guys have kind of split up, and I feel like that was the best move for everybody. But you guys are doing great. Great work, Tempest. Also, shout out to my homeboy Gecko. He's like 5 miles from me. I hope I get to see him again soon at a Dallas Fuel event or something like that, at some sort of meetup. But Gecko, thank you so much for your support for Rise Above the Disorder.
All right, Bard.
I'd like to give a big shout out to the entire team of Phantasmal. You guys are the dark horses, I think, coming out of your group this into stage 2, and you've made some interesting pickups that I can't wait to see how they pan out for you guys. So thank you guys for donating and supporting to Rise Above the Disorder. I'd also like to give a shout out to OW Bard for donating to Rise Above the Disorder. I've heard some bad things about that guy, but he donated to charity, so he's got to be
good reason.
I hate it.
You can't hate this hat.
Death Knot.
I'm going to shout out Race FPV, my old buddy from Potatoes. Bastion One Trick. Thanks for donating, dude. And Dida, OG Trank player. Not on a team right now, but thanks for donating and supporting the cause.
Last but not least, Thug.
Hi, that's me. I'm Thug. I don't have a mustache. It's hard to recognize me. Big shout out to fellow moderator Triage, season two vet. Been around for a while. Met the man in person. Really good dude. Does a lot of work behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. So thank you so much, Triage. Trolls, the GM of the Phantasmal team. They're doing a phantasmic job. Even though you picked up Smacks. It's weird.
No, I wasn't booing Specs or Phantasmal. I was booing them doing a Phantasmal job, just to make sure. I don't want somebody to clip something and see like, oh, Yeti was mean to Specs again.
No, I was booing Specs. I was applauding the Phantasmal job. That was
okay. All right.
So Trolls, great job. Really one of the easier GMs to work with. So thank you for that. And then last but not least is Sarah from my favorite team in the Harmony tier, Flashbacks. One of the rising stars in a sea full of Zoomers. So good on you, Seraph. Good job. Keep rolling, brother. You'll be excited with my picks today, I promise.
Yeah. Imagine Thug picking Flashbacks for anything. All right, moving on. I have a few shout outs too. Shout out to Karibo, a player on One Tricks. Thank you so much for donating. One Tricks doing awesome this season, especially compared to last season's fiasco. Much different team, looking real good. The entirety of Royals. For some reason, they wanted me to shout them out, so I just have one thing to say to you guys. Thanks. We appreciate the support.
Big.
They couldn't see. There was a winky face behind there. But no, Royals, very cool. Thank you for donating to the cause. Whomever on behalf of the Royals did that. Great team. Really good team. One of the top contenders in Harmony tier for sure. Last but not least, it is Lazuli, Laz, however you call him, the sniper extraordinaire from the Fighting Potatoes. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much for your donations and your participation this week, and for just being an all-around good dude. So, all
He's a
right.
good dude.
And we got one more. Cavalier.
Oh
Got
yeah,
to get-
Cavalier.
yeah,
all
yeah,
of us.
yeah.
Commissioner Cavalier.
Yes,
all
Cavalier,
hail.
yes.
All hail Cavalier.
Of course, we all for Cavalier. We do. Thank you so much, Cav, for everything you do. A lot of things that a lot of people don't see that go on behind the scenes that you have a great influence over. So, if people realize what you did, I'm pretty sure they would question your sanity.
Call the police.
Yeah, or that too. So, all right, guys, we have one last thing to wrap event week here. We have a little bit of a highlight montage just highlighting some of the cool, fun, interesting moments from event week. It's put together by Atlas of the Holy Jalapenos. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the kickoff of Season 5's event week here in the Overwatch Tranquility community. Everything today is for a fantastic cause.
Again, Doorframe goes down to MTC. Well, don't drop the tackle!
Try to get this flank angle. Red Sparrow currently OTF. And he's retired.
Oh my gosh! So not good Yeti can do here. And we'll wait on that. Oh! Yeti gets heated! We see them both being revealed, trying to create some space. Oh!
Oh my god.
Careful around the eye.
Holy.
Maybe you have someone to hold your hair back when you mommy or something.
I get hiccups from spicy food too.
Oh
my
First match tonight, Alex from the Holy Jalapenos, Lazuli from the Fighting Potatoes. Take him off guard. Lazuli with the dink though, brings Alex so low, and a dink is gonna finish him off. Lazuli takes it 5-3 there. And this point's going really fast to the hole, but a nice shot from Son of Mine. Barely peeking out of the side. 15 seconds until both these widows are gonna have to contest point. In for sight up, and a nice shot onto Finn. They both know where each other are. These high-level players, game sense, and really nice shot from Lemon. A great flick on the ground. And Wing takes down Sarah to win the Harmony tier Widow 1v1 tournament.
Not quite a reverse sweep, but it honestly might be feeling like one. By Sound of Mind says no more criminals. No.
Here to stop Exo's streak and take this match for himself. But both widows just playing slow, and Exo, he's going to be crowned champion.
Kind of hold strong right there, but oh, Cry gonna end up making Stomedy cry right there. But still, great anti-mag. But we already saw the overdrives coming out from either side. A-Tech and Yeti falling, but A-Tech able to get the final hit.
You gotta just pick. I'm going with
Looking for that first hammer hit. Who's it going to go to first? Oh, Death not able to get it onto Pucci. Looking to land a second one, but ends up taking one in return. Overload's not invested just yet. Looking to see if they can get a third one, and Death Knot ends up taking it. Overload's now invested as they try to chase each other down, but Death Knot is sitting much higher on that health bar. Has at least one or two swings available to them where Pucci is sitting low. One swing left. Pucci's got to get the triple hit as Overload's getting invested once again, and Pucci just runs.
The one sad thing I do see is I coached the Holy Jalapenos, and it looks like they got knocked out in the round that's not going to be casted. So Atlas and Cloudburst, extra running next practice when I see you guys. So
on their tail, gonna be hard. Hawk comes in and Jake takes themselves out. Shadow right there is Layla looking to see if they can maybe move into a better position. Toad! Wow! Interesting combo. I guess you'd say trying to take down Dog on 10 seconds remaining on the board.
The Hog's just too fast.
Yep, the speedy pig just proven to be. Wait.
They're going to heal the Hog in the corner.
Oh. I was just surprised that they literally went all the way back to spawn just to heal there. As the Waffle Man's like, hi, Chet. How's it going? Yep, that tree only going to protect you a little bit there. Barrage on the coming in. Oh, the point!
Oh, there you go. There's the first kill.
Joel takes down an NPC. That is a free haircut that NPC did not need. Jimmy Neutron, though, is going to just go off the map. On heads takes out your teammate and Joel. Bethcon with 2 big headshots there. Hearts are just dancing on this objective point, and Cavalier is going to come out ahead with some help from Bethcon. And it's going to be the admins who win this map.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ladies
I'm
and
supposed to be
gentlemen,
impartial.
we can confirm Capital is washed on support. PC and the Nanoblade coming out. LH Billy getting 1, going in for a second, takes down Bethcon and NPC. That is 3 for him. Can we get a 420
That's
chain?
true. That's true. That challenge. Okay. Yes. Well, it didn't work out because there were more people doing it after you.
Plan was on that one, but they are dead in spawn.
All right,
Don't listen to them. And Ice and Thug do a genuine 1-for-1 trade.
Here comes the battle belt once again. Bob gets invested into the objective as Cavalier trying to hold it down as much as they can. But Bob, no! Not my Bobby boy, but Alex.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in, and thanks again for everybody once more time regarding event week. It was a remarkable week, and we certainly appreciate it. As for us, we will be continuing to be punished. Today is the hats. In a podcast in the near future, you will see Bard Bald, and you will also see us. Yeah, well, you will also see all of us. When we have a Captain Jack cast next, we will have our children do makeup on us prior to the cast. Or in Bard's case, his dog. Which sounds just as hilarious as it's going to be. So
It really does.
All right, guys. Enough about event week. It was great. We all know that. Let's get into actual business. Stage 2 is here. Let's start with Amp It Up, guys. Amp It Up. Talking about Stage 1 and Stage 2. Start with you, Death Knot. What did you notice, or what stood out to you most in Stage 1?
The meta was really weird and stupid, and a lot of I guess some people liked it, and I think most people didn't. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I think Discord tier was pretty crazy. That there was like 8 teams that went 4-1, something like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I loved the event week. We just talked about that. So
It was an extremely competitive tier, no question. Thug, what about you?
What I noticed is most across all tiers, there was 2 to 4 teams that ran the whole thing, and then everybody else, which is a really exciting thing for a lot of those other teams, because they have an opportunity to seize the moment when you get those opportunities, win the matches that you're set up to win. So yeah, that's what I noticed.
NBC, what about you?
I noticed, kind of what Thug was saying about, there's, 2 or 3 teams kind of at the top, but really the rest of the teams weren't like at the bottom. They were all very competitive. Like there aren't too many lopsided games.
Right.
There's only a very few instances where teams were just outclassed the entire time. But, there's most of the games almost all the games. I want to say 85-90% of them are very competitive games. Even the 4-0s, they're the close 4-0.
Yeah, the close 4-0s. Bard, what do you think?
I noticed that while we are seeing some similarities in roster transactions and team explosions, we're seeing also that no one is really safe from them. And in the past, when you get teams that go like 4-1, 5-0, really strong teams that seem to be really sound, normally those are the teams that are like, all right, we expect if something's going to explode, it'll be later on when they start losing. But we've had some teams explode, and we've had some players leave and join and change on teams that like shouldn't be historically, and they are. So I really am interested to see how those big roster changes are going to affect teams going into stage 2.
All right, speaking of stage 2, Death Knot, what are you looking forward to most in stage 2?
So it looks like the meta's changing like slightly to maybe like more brawl. So that'll be kind of cool. Like I guess like a dive brawl. That'll be interesting to see what like people, do with that. I mean, excited to see like who. I mean, I think it's going to be Pogfish, but with Godhand gone, like who's going to kind of come up there and take that spot? But Pogfish probably.
Well, there is a big vacuum at the top of Trance tier now with Godhand falling out. So who will rise to that? It's certainly going to be interesting. So Thug, what do you think? Parody.
I'm excited because this is the opportunity where teams can face off against those that are in kind of the same bracket as they are competitively. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to people. This feels like a clean slate for everyone else. They're out of their first stage. They're onto their second. Now's when playoffs matter, especially those teams in the lower tier. This is their opportunity it's win or go home. So it's really exciting for them, and it's almost like a mini playoff.
What about you, NPC?
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to like the teams that haven't played each other yet and haven't, didn't even play each other last season, getting to play each other now. There's a lot of teams that have been in the tournament for a long time.
Right.
And, the last time they played each other was season 3, back when everybody was playing everybody. And season 4 came, and, there was a lot of teams I didn't get to play against, and I kind of regret, DDoS. And now we get to stage 2 and we get to mix it up, and we still don't get to play every single team, but we're getting to play those teams, and we're getting to see those friends and those rivalries, and it's fun because you're in a bracket that makes you competitive, and all the games are going to be close, even closer than before. So we might not see as many 4-0s.
Bard, what about you?
I'm looking forward to see. We're talking about parity and some balancing out. I'm actually looking forward to see which teams aren't going to be balanced out going into this, because I think last season going into playoffs, we had some interesting things where like flashbacks started bad last season. So they were like 3rd or 4th seed going into playoffs. No one really expected them to be as good as they were. I think they were a genuine contender in playoffs last season, and Modify was 2nd by a map. So I think we go into these stages, and there are some teams that I think should be in like the A pools that missed it by like a map or 2 and are in the B pools. And I'm interested to see which teams are really coming here angry that they're in the wrong pool by a map or 2 and are going to just sweep through their pools.
All right, it's time for your cold hard truth or your spicy hot take. Death Knot, what do you think?
I'm going with cold hard truth. So we're in stage 2 now, and I mean, it's time to put up or shut up. If your team's just kind of not doing nothing, then it's gonna hurt, man. This is kind of where either you bring it back or you just kind of fizzle out.
We're seeing it is that time. A lot of teams have roster transactions. Some teams are withdrawing. It's also a tough time of year. School's starting. It's a rough time. This is where the cream rises to the top, and those who put themselves in bad situations by not having a great first stage, well, them's the breaks. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. Thug, what about you?
So I got a spicy hot take here. Usually I go cold hard truth. Modify won't win a match this stage.
Whoa. That is a spicy hot take.
Bard appreciates that, to be
Cheers.
honest. Bard really appreciates that.
That is against
the money will
The pressure is off now.
Phantasmal, Royals, and Doodles, all 3 beating Modify.
Yes.
All right.
I think Modify were a product of their environment in stage 1.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
Interesting. Interesting. NPC was Get Off My Land a product of his environment in stage 1 too?
Get Off My Land is always a product of its environment.
I kid. Go ahead. Go ahead, NPC.
I've got a hot take. It might not be too hot, but I got a hot take. I think we're gonna see teams in the playoffs that don't deserve to be there because of teams folding and commitment issues and roster things. Teams that deserve to be there are gonna fall out, maybe because they don't take it seriously and they sandbag a little too hard and get knocked out, or maybe they whatever. But we're, after that first round, we're gonna see somebody in the semifinals that just doesn't deserve to be there. They don't know how they got there, and they're gonna be totally outclassed.
He's already writing the Get Off My Land redemption story right now.
It has been written.
It has been written, so it shall be. All right, Bard, what do you think?
Well, my hot take is a hot take, I should announce. It's specific to Transcendence tier. We have a big change with God Hand leaving. My hot take is that Pogfish aren't going to be the winners of Transcendence tier with God Hand leaving. And it's not even going to be anyone in Group A. There's going to be a Group B team that, with all of these meta shifts and with all of these changes to heroes, is going to be the team that at least makes a finals run in Transcendence tier.
Bold take there.
I have a lot of rage in me right now.
Yeah.
Bold take.
I'm aware.
It's a bold take, sir.
I was going to go with another one. They said Modify wouldn't win a match, so...
It's funny because it's true.
All right. So let's get to our next segment tonight. Our segment of the night is crunch time. That's right, it's crunch time, everybody. We are going to be predicting the finishing position for all the remaining teams in Tranquility. Yes, we did have a couple of teams fold. We are aware they aren't included in this. Bird Society Hawks, dead. Godhand, dead. Whomever was replacing Courage, I think that was, or not Courage.
No, replacing, yeah.
Whoever was replacing one of the teams that folded in Harmony tier. Their name was Rebirth. What an ironic name because they died in 2 days. They're dead. We're not predicting their finishing spot because they're not here anymore. But they
should have named themselves Undead Battery because it's
true. That means we have 50s. We have a whole heap, over 50 teams to place here. So we're gonna get started. And we will begin breaking it down right now. We will start off at the top with Phantasmal. Phantasmal positioned right now in Aurum A. NPC, what do you think?
I got Phantasmal being in place 2 or place 3. I think they're going to go 1 and 2. They're going to lose to... I don't know who they're going to lose to, but they're going to lose 2 games. I put them at 2 and 3.
Bard, what about you?
Yeah, I think they're a pretty solid team, some good pickups, but I think losing Pegapants is going to hit him relatively hard, so I'm going to put him at 3rd. I think they beat Doodles.
All right. Royals, Death Knot, what do you think about Royals' chances?
Man, I think Royals is looking good, but maybe not like good enough to be first. I'm thinking number 2.
All right. Thug, what about you?
I have Royals sweeping everybody and finishing in first out of this. So 3-0 by the end of it. Royals is a very strong team. They looked really strong against flashbacks. So this is what I see.
Lots of varying opinions so far here. Let's go to Doodles now. Death Knot, what do you think of the Doodles?
Yeah, that's another one. I was thinking maybe like for second too, because they're pretty strong, but I don't think they're as strong as Royals or yeah, I think they're like 3rd spot. So.
All right, Bard, what about you?
Well, I've already kind of said that the team that Phantasmal beats is Doodles, so I think they're really good, and that upset against Pantheon is really a lot to show for them. I just don't think they're quite at the level of everyone else in here, and Phantasmal's going to have the time to regroup before playing them, so I think they're going to take last in this pool.
All right, and NPC, start us off with Modify.
Oh, you know what? I want to put the pressure back on Bard here. I think Modify is going to be in the top spot. I think they're going to be in the top spot for Aurum A. Maybe map differential only. Maybe they'll be a 2-1 team, but I think they're going to be in the top spot. But I don't know if they're going to. I don't think they're going to be back-to-back champs. I just think they're going to be in the top spot.
Thug, Modify. What do you think?
Modify. Lol.
Ah.
Good one.
He's made his take. We know.
He's made his take already on Modify, and I dig it.
We want this to go fast. I already made my take. Let's
All
go.
right, Orem B, let's go. NPC, Holy Jalapenos. What do you think?
Holy Jalapenos. I have them at 2-1. They lose to Void or Paradise, but not both. So I probably put them in number 2 spot.
Bard, what about you?
Jalapenos are a hard team to rank right now because I don't think they're as good as last season, but I do think they're really good and really solid. And like I said, solid teams are what I like to pick. So I'm going to put them at number 2.
All right, let's go to Void then out of Orem B. Death Knot, what do you think of Void?
So I think they've been like hit or miss, maybe slightly more on like the hit side, but I would put them at 3.
3 for Void. All right. Thug, what about you?
I have Void actually taking up the caboose in this one,
right.
going 4, but I think it's going to be a 1 and 2. They're going to lose on map differential.
All right, Paradise, where are you at with Paradise, Death Knot?
I think Paradise is actually pretty freaking good. So I'm thinking 2nd for that. I think they're going to fight Void for 2nd, but I think they'll get 2nd.
Bard, what about you? Where are you at on Paradise?
Yeah, see, Paradise is another team that I'm not 100% on. I think they had some upsets that were really good for them, but they also had some games they played close that they shouldn't have. So I think I'm going to put them in 3rd, but they're a team that I could see anywhere.
All right. Let's take it off now to Jersey Boys NPC. What do you think of the Jersey Boys?
You know what? When I saw their name on the sheet, I asked, are Jersey Boys even still playing? I mean, that's kind of they're a sleeper team. They've gone right by me. I don't even know that they're still in the game anymore. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, being a sleeper team, it's you can go in and get wins because the other team isn't expecting you to play at all because they don't know you're in the game. But I put them probably 3. I don't think that they win against Jalapenos, and they probably lose either Void or Paradise.
All right, Thug, wrap it up here on Jersey Boys.
I have Jersey Boys going 3. I also think they're going to be 1 and 2. I think that the Void Jersey Boys match in week 2 is going to be kind of a really telling match between the two of them. So I have one of those 2, 3, 4. So.
All right, let's take it down to Orem C. We have 3 teams in this group fighting for 2 playoff positions. 1 will be eliminated. Let's start it off with the Fighting Potatoes NPC. Where do you have Fighting Potatoes showing up here?
Potatoes, clean sweep, 3-0. Potatoes fry together.
Bard, where are you at with the potatoes?
I think Potatoes are going to take 2nd, mainly because I think Courage are a bit too much of a wild card, and they've shown that they have a pretty impressive hit scan player already that I think will at least match up to Potatoes overall. Whether or not they win, I'm not sure, but I think map differential pushes one of those 2 teams to 2nd.
All right. Let's go to Slipstream then. Death Knot, what do you think of Slipstream?
I think Slipstream's the wild card. And I mean, when you get into like C pool, it's like everybody's kind of struggling, but I think Slipstream's better than this. So I'd kind of put them maybe 2nd, maybe 1st, but it's probably 2nd.
Thug, where are you at with Slipstream?
I have Slipstream falling 3 here. And again, I kind of agree with Death Knot that it's there's one team that I feel is a shoulders above everybody else. Then it's going to be a crapshoot between these 2. I think if Slipstream comes into their first match with a lot of aggression and a lot of confidence, they'll do really well and get out. If they come in really weak and kind of unsure of what the other team's going to do, then I think they're going to get blown out.
And then we have the wild card of the group here, the newest team to Tranquility. That is Courage. Really good looking in the event week events. They showed up, especially with Dwayne winning his event. We saw a big run from A-Tech in the Torb 1v1. We saw the 2v2 run as well. Death Knot, what do you think of Courage?
I mean, maybe they like turn. Are they still looking for their first map win? Is the thing?
They haven't even played yet.
Yeah, they haven't played yet.
They haven't played.
Okay.
They're a brand new team.
They inherited a 0-4.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's We don't really know then. I mean, obviously they have a cracked hit scan, right? So I don't know. Maybe 3rd. I'm just gonna go with middle of the pack, I guess. I don't know.
All right, and last but not least, Bard, what do you think?
Yeah, I think these guys are an utter wild card. I think they're a pretty sleeper from what we've seen from them so far. I think they're gonna beat Potatoes and take number 1, but again, that matchup is like that's what decides 1 and 2.
Sure.
All right, let's get it now to the Indigo side here. Starting off with the Jetpack Cats. Indigo A, NPC, Jetpack Cats, great stage 1. Where do they go stage 2?
You know what? Jetpack Cats are going against Flashbacks, Pantheon, and Nocturnal. It's going to be a really tough stage for them. I'm going to put them probably at number 2, maybe behind Pantheon. I think that they win Flashbacks and Nocturnal, but Pantheon's going to be a real tough game.
Bard, what do you think here?
Oh man, I thought I was going to be the hot take. I think Jetpack Cats are going to fall to 3rd. I think they're a really solid team, and I don't think that's going to be indicative of their playoff potential or of the length that they go in playoffs. I think they're going to struggle against Flashbacks, and map differential might drop them below Pantheon.
All right, let's take it over to the Flashbacks then here. Death Knot, what do you think of the Flashbacks?
They're just too good. I think they could win the championship. I mean, really adaptable. They're 5-0, right? So first for me. I think that's pretty easy.
Doug, what do you think?
They're number 1 for me. It's the best team in the tier.
All right, Pantheon then. Death Knot, what do you think of Pantheon after their great stage 1 run?
So I'm thinking second. I think they have some really good players. Everybody loves Yoon.
Yeah,
I think they're probably fighting Jetpack Cats for second spot. So, but I'm going to put them at second.
All right, let's go Bard then. What do you think of Pantheon?
Yeah, I kind of already forecasted this. I think they take second. They've got a really solid team. Everything is just built really well within that roster, and they can do some really diverse comps. So I think they're going to edge out Jetpack Cats for second with just map differential.
Indigo A is a very, very, very good bracket. But there is one team who I think
indeed.
There is one team who I think is coming in as a bit of a wild card to the bracket, and maybe not a lot of people saw coming out of their tier in Group A. But that's Nocturnal. NPC, what do you think of Nocturnal's chances?
I'm not sure. That team may be making some roster changes, and I'm not sure what they're going to be doing, but I think I'm thinking last. I just don't know what to expect out of them.
All right. What do you think then, Thug?
I have them 3, and a lot of the same reasons that NBC kind of echoed on there. I see them 3 to 4, depending on what roster moves they make. I know there's some coming, just talking to the GM of the team, that there's going to be some changes coming through, some organizational issues. So if they can get through those, then I say 3. But if not, they're gonna struggle hard at 4.
Yeah. All right, let's take it over then to Indigo B. Your first team in Indigo B, and that's Boop. Season 3 Tranquility organization, been around for a long time. Several Tranquility vets on that org. NPC, where do you think they stand?
Boop's in a real tough spot right now. They're bringing on some new talent, which looks really promising, but what they're in desperate need of is a coach. Right now, Layla is GM, coach, and player, and so she's Jerry Jonesing the team to death. I think if they had some other leadership that would come in and kind of help direct the team, that would help quite a bit. But right now, I put them probably 3 on this list. I don't see them winning more than 1 game. They win a couple of maps to keep map differential up, but I don't see them winning more than 1.
Bard, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with NPC for the most part there. Too few cooks in the kitchen, I think.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
So I
Too many cooks.
I think I put them second. I don't think they struggle quite as much as NPC said, but I think they are going to struggle a bit, and they'll probably drop a map to either Yikes or Delta Threat.
I had to take this hat off. It was just legitimately making me sweat like bullets. And this is my daughter's hat, so I would feel pretty bad for it to be destroyed. So
She'd be so pissed
she
that you
would
do.
be so pissed because she hasn't even worn it yet.
I'm just having fun making mine swim.
Nice.
All right. Then let's go over then to the Miami Yikes. Interesting team. We just saw a free agent post go up that might be changing the fortunes of Miami Yikes. Death Knot, what do you think they're going to be sitting?
I think just really average. I mean, we're in like B pool, B pool's just kind of like in the middle. So, what, third? I'm gonna put third.
We got third. Oh my goodness, that really washed me out there. We got third for Miami Yikes and from Death Knot. So let's see. Thug, what do you think here, Miami Yikes?
So I have them number 1, but I noticed that, and I noticed something else that's a little fishy. So I'm gonna make a on the fly thing here. I'm gonna change this to third.
Third for Miami.
No, third. I had third place until I noticed a couple things literally just now. I'm like, oh god.
Let's get over to Maelstrom then. Death Knot, what do you think of Maelstrom?
I really think Maelstrom's like feeling it. I mean, they're playing off rolls, right? They're having a good time.
Yes.
They've got momentum, I think, going. I'm thinking second. So I think they're really solid.
Second for Maelstrom. Bard, what about you?
Yeah, I think Maelstrom are better than their first stage showing. I don't think they're top 2 in the seed, though. I think they're going to take third. And I think whatever of the other 2 teams that struggles the most, because I can see both Miami Yikes and Delta Threat hitting some real rough patches going forward. I think whichever one of them struggles the most will drop, and whichever one of them levels out will go up.
All right. Let's go to Delta Threat NPC.
I'm putting Delta Threat probably at 3 here. Maybe 2, depending on how Boop shakes out. But we got Boop and Miami Yikes trying to make some changes here, and I think that, like Bard said, that's going to be the big thing. I think Delta Threat's a little bit more stable than the other 2, so I feel like they're going to be a little bit higher because they have that head start. So I think Delta Threat is a legit threat.
All right, and last but not least for Delta Threat, we have Thug. What do you think, Thug?
I have Delta Threat at numero 2.
Wow.
I have them 2 just because of the turmoil with the rest of the tier. I had them third prior to the Miami X stuff I heard. But yeah, I see them. They're getting an addition by subtraction here.
All right. Let's
Yes,
take it.
I, the tier director, have just heard.
Yes, I have inside information now.
Now that I know that I've gotten this information, it's really great. It's really great.
I have a feeling there's going to be a very interesting post in the admin channel as soon as we're done with the podcast. All right, Indigo C. Let's get it over to Ultraviolet NPC. Where are you at with Ultraviolet?
I feel like Ultraviolet, they got their first win over Boop at the very end there, and that was kind of the beginning of the downhill side for Boop, and I think the beginning of the uphill swing for Ultraviolet. So I probably put them here at 2. I don't see them quite as good as some of these other teams, but really this whole block is just up for grabs. I think any given Wednesday. I put Ultraviolet 2.
All right. Then let's take it over to Bard. Where are you at with Ultraviolet?
Ultraviolet's a weird team for me to predict right now because they've made some big roster moves. I think that they are stronger than their record shows. They played Paradise way closer than they should have, considering their roster, and they played a couple other teams closer than they should have for their schedule. So I think if their roster moves solidify quickly, they take first. So I'm going to put them at first, but I think there's also the potential of them ending up second or third.
All right, let's get off the Ultraviolet. Reminder, only 2 of these teams will advance to the playoffs. Venom Cheese, team that kind of unknown so far. Really haven't seen a whole lot about Venom Cheese. Death Knot, where are you at with Venom Cheese?
Yeah, I like their name. It's really cool. I like it. I mean, another kind of middle of the pack thing. I think third place.
Third place here on Venom Cheese. Thug, where you at with Venom Cheese?
I have the exact same. I think they're going to be third, but I think they're going to go third and have a ton of fun doing it.
Yeah.
It seems like a team that's just ready to rock and roll and have some fun. They could surprise some people. People playing a little loose, and everyone else has a little more to play for. So I say third, but a fun third.
Thug is apparently evolving right now. I see Pulse Pixel on my screen here, so you're all seeing the same thing.
Nice.
All right, let's get off the dairy for just 2 seconds here and go to Nuclear NPC. NPC, what do you think of Nuclear?
You know what? I can't even say the name. It's just too. It's just I can't. I'm going to put him at 4th. I'm going to put him off the map. I can't even say the name. I can't. You can't do that to me. This is what you get. This is what you get when you do that to me. I'm putting you at last.
Nuclear.
Don't mess with me, okay?
You can't do that to me.
Doug, where are you at with nuclear?
Literally the polar opposite.
Oh,
I have them going first place. I think Nuclear has done a really great job of just plugging along. Gilby's a really great dude to work with. At their new addition, Guardian's going to be a great tank player for them. So I think they're going to do a lot of really fun things.
Nuclear looking to make some waves in Indigo Sea. And last but not least, your favorite Boomer Squad. Get off my land. Death Knot, where do you rate this squad?
I mean, yeah, it's get off my land. They're having a good time. Got like a couple map wins here and there. I mean, they could finish last, or they could surprise everybody again.
They could finish last, or they could finish second.
They could finish last, or
second to last.
Bard.
I mean, what happened last season?
Bard, where are you at with Get Off My Land?
I love Gomel. I love Get Off My Land. I've got a bumper sticker on my car of Get Off My Land that NPC sent me. They're one of my favorite teams. That being said, I'm going to put them 4th. I think maybe 3rd, because you could beat Venom Cheese. But I'm going to put you 4th for now.
Oh God!
I will happily be wrong though if you guys go 1st or 2nd and I see you in playoffs. I will happily be rooting for you.
I think there'll be a lot of teams who'd be happy to see Get Off My Land in the playoffs. Oh, I went there. All right. See, you can keep it playing now in PC.
No, it's over.
You changed that. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the Discord tier now, guys. Get over to Orem A. Let's go to starting with Lightspeed. NPC, where are you at with Lightspeed?
Oh, you know what? Lightspeed, I'm putting them at number 1, 4-0, light years ahead of everybody else.
Ow. All right.
Yeah.
That's strong of a favor for Lightspeed.
It's just
right
the
now.
logo, man.
Yeah. The logo, it's amazing. It's space themed. I love it. I'll take it all day long.
Definitely one of the biggest unknowns in Discord tier, but has been doing really well so far. 4-1, stage 1. Bard, where are you at with them?
Man, I don't know what to do with half the teams in this. I think there's some big changes on some other teams and some teams underperforming in here, so I think I put them 2nd.
All right, let's get to the Heckin' Habaneros now. Death Knot, what do you think of the Heckin' Habaneros?
So I think the Hobbs are really strong, and I don't know if they're as strong as Spuds, but and
You're a little biased, I think.
No bias.
And then Prodigious kind of, I don't know what the heck happened, something, but
it goes like this.
Yeah, I have no idea what Bard. I mean, can you? Anyway,
No.
I'm thinking 2nd.
No comment.
2nd for the Habaneros.
Not my place to say.
Thug, what do you think of the Habaneros?
I have the Hobbs going 1st in this one. I think their team looks really strong. They've had a lot of consistency, a lot of rosters. Like, they're solid, man. They're real solid. But again, it could go. I have one other team that could compete with them.
I don't know why everybody's laughing.
It's because I'm moving my hat.
It's just the swimming hat.
He's just swimming around over there.
Let's get it over to Prodigious then. Obviously, Prodigious has had a very great stage 1. Stage 2, losing some key pieces. Lekka, Anarchy, Khan, Artoria, all gone. Where does that leave Prodigious now? What do you think? Let's start off with Death Knot.
I mean, I love that team, man. That's kind of like Spud's bro team, And are they going through a rebuild? I mean, if they can come back, I guess even close to as good as they were, maybe. I don't know. I think 3rd. It's going to be weird, rebuilding a team. So in stage 2, I don't know how you can do that.
jumped the slide a little early, so still on Prodigious here, guys. Bard, what do you think of Prodigious?
I have mixed thoughts. I think losing Lekka hurts them the most out of all the people that they've hurt. He was a huge leadership figure on that team, so they're doing some changes to leadership. I think that they are making some money moves to bring it back.
Don't you say that.
But this first week is going to be rough for them as they kind of settle into those moves and those changes to who's in leadership.
You just curse them. You just curse them. You say money moves and it curses your team.
Maybe I'm reverse psychologying the curse.
No, you can't reverse psychology a curse. That's not how curses work.
I think they take third. I think they were always going to lose to Habaneros, and I think they lose.
You can't reverse psychology a train wreck. Like that's just not how things work.
I think third. 3 is where I'm putting them.
Yeah.
All right, NPC. What do you think of the SEAL Team Spuds? Good team. I'm the GM, so I know.
SEAL Team Spuds. You know what? I like Lightspeed because they're space themed. Okay, but if there's something that I like almost as much as space themed, it's Earth themed, down to Earth, right? And what grows in the Earth? Tubers. True. And what are tubers? Spuds. That's right. So SEAL Team Spuds, number 2 team. Number 2 team.
You know what Spuds have to grow in?
The dirt, but I'll get to them later.
But you love dirt.
I like that.
You love
I like dirt.
All right. Thug, what do you think of the SEAL Team Spuds?
I have Spuds going 2 here. And again, this is my other team. It's Heckin' Habanero, still Team Spuds. Spuds are kind of sneaky good despite their GM. I think the team's really banding together in like he's been the issue, and I think they're really working hard to show them like, sir, we don't need you. You're really mean to us.
Yeah.
So plus they have Death Knot and your teammate.
And we have the best coach in Discord tier.
It was really nice to be on the podcast with you, Thug.
Okay. All right, let's get to Joey Esports then and Orem B. NPC, what do you think?
Joey Esports making a few changes. I see him coming in probably maybe 2 here. You know, we've had a dropout in that group, so there's only 3 spots to take. Joey's already got a 4-0 on the record, so I'm putting him at 2.
Big W.
Bard, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, my number 1 seed team dropped. So it's on the table. I think they're 2 or 3, and I'm going to put them above Ignis, so I'm going to put them at 2.
Speaking of Ignis, Death Knot, what do you think?
Man, I don't know why. I've just liked Ignis from like the beginning. And I don't think I know like a whole lot about him, but I mean, just like when I watched their game versus Godhand, I just felt like they had something going on. So, and especially with BSH gone, I think they could do number 1 in this pool.
Yeah, number 1 for Ignis out of Orem B, locking up a 3 seed going into the playoffs. Then, Thug, what do you think here about Ignis?
I have Ignis going 2 here. I think they're gonna beat Joey Esports but lose to One Tricks.
All right. Speaking of the devil, One Tricks NPC. Where you at with One Tricks?
I got One Tricks at number 1. I got them at the top of that tier. I think they're probably better than the other 2 teams. Maybe not by a lot, but by enough to win games. It's not going to be a map differential. It's going to be totally number 1.
One Tricks has a great resume. They did take down Heckin' Habaneros in stage 1, and Habaneros are one of the A tier favorites. Tricks really strong. Thug, what do you think about One Tricks?
I have the same thing. And echoing exactly what you said. They're a strong team, and they can show up. But they just have to show up when they do. And I wish I was in the Pacific Northwest because I would put my fist in Bard's suck hole.
What? Wow, okay.
I saw you and you distracted me. You were swimming.
I was nodding. I was agreeing.
I think I know somebody else up there. I can send them over.
Thank you.
Please beat up Bard for me.
Thank you. Yes, he looks.
Right.
You can flash his tires. His car has a get off my land sticker on it.
You can target me.
Let's get over to Orem C then. Orem C, we have BCG Esports. The vacuum team had a rough stage 1. Do they rebound in stage 2, NPC?
I don't think so. I'm putting them at 3rd here. as the tier director, I think they've got some roster moves coming, and I don't know if they're going to have time to rebuild. I mean, they might be able to squeak into the playoffs with map differential, but I don't think so.
A lot of teams dropping. There's still opportunities for VCG to sneak into the playoffs here. Bard, what do you think?
Man, I don't even have insider information, and I put VCG at third. They look rough, and I feel really bad because I want them to do better and I want them to succeed, but I don't think they're gonna. I think they take third.
Counter Shaded, Death Knot. What do you think of Counter Shaded? Lots of things going on with the whole organization. But where are you at with Counter Shaded right now?
I think with Aces gone, they could be the better team. I mean, just kind of by, I don't know. We've scrimmed them, and I thought they were pretty decent in our scrim. So I'm gonna put them at. I was gonna put them at 1, but I'm gonna put them at 2.
Thug, where are you at with Counter Shaded?
I had Counter Shaded at 2 here. It's an organizational thing. It could be 2. Honestly, it could be 2 or 3. Organizationally, they're just a hot freaking mess. I think Orem C tier is going to be the 2 teams that exist will be the 2 teams that move on.
Blink Strike. Blink Strike definitely seems to be the most stable team out of the 3 based on what we're seeing early on. Obviously, we hope the other 2 teams get things sorted out. Death Knot, what do you think of Blink Strike right now?
I wasn't sure. Like, I just feel like they're just kind of like in the same. I mean, obviously they're in the same pool with Counter Shaded, so they must be around the same, level. But I'm gonna go ahead and put number 1 for them. I think.
Oops, sorry, go on.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Bard, what do you think?
Oh, sorry, I just got a Discord notification, and with these headphones, it's really loud. I mean, I had Counter Shaded first, but I think Blink Strike are the sleepers in this pool. I think they probably go undefeated, if I may be so bold as to say. So I think they'll take first.
I think I agree with you.
I also have big props for Blink Strike because Mega Man has an alt account called Patelevator, and I love that pun.
My God, that's amazing.
All right, they're now solidly first.
Solidly first.
That just put them a tier.
Patelevator, that's amazing.
Patelevator.
All right, I'm all in on Blink Strike now. All right, Tailwind coming out of Indigo A. Indigo A, by the way, what a group!
Holy shit!
What a freaking group.
This is the pool.
This is
Tailwind, Exodus, Tempest, and Volume 0. Holy crap! That is a stacked group. Tailwind NPC. Start us off here with Tailwind. Oh, that is the wrong picture. I don't know why that shows fantastic.
That's not Tailwind.
That is not
no,
Tailwind.
Whoa, big. Yeah.
Whoa, they rebranded.
Yeah, big rebrand.
Working my way through.
No, Tailwind. I don't even know where to begin here. This whole I could put them all at number 1. This is going to be so dang close. I got to put Tailwind probably. I'm gonna be honest with them and put them at 3. I think they're gonna 3 map differential. I think it's either 2 or 3, and map differential is gonna matter.
All right, let's go then to Bard. What do you think with Tailwind?
This is really hard to say. I don't know. This pool is so tough to predict. I think Tailwind might be the most foundationally sound of all of the teams here. Maybe Tempest rivaling them there. I'm going to put Tailwind at number 1. But I could see both Exodus and Tempest upsetting them.
All right. Let's hope this worked. There we go. We got Tailwind now. Tailwind. Hey. All right. We got the Tailwind there. Exodus now. Death Knot, what do you think of Exodus's chance?
So Exodus, we found out it's not invincible, but Prod's, Prodigious is not prodigious anymore. So I still think they're number 1 here. I mean, everybody else has the ability to be, but I don't think Tailwind has. I don't think Tailwind can beat them for number 1 personally.
All right, Doug, what do you think of Exodus?
Exodus numero 1. In Cryptic Force, I trust. Poochie's on the team. Placebo. Like, they have a very, very strong team. Panda Game Stand. We're all Panda Game Stands. The team's really, really strong. Yeah, they lost to Prodigious, but I see them looking at. They lost when they needed to lose. They lost early. They didn't lose when it counted. So, Exodus.
All right, let's take it to Tempest now. Tempest, Death Knot, where you at with Tempest?
Dude, Tempest is. I mean, this pool's insane, man. Honestly, like Tempest could be number one. I mean,
right.
But I like when you have Exodus and Tailwind in the same pool. It like I just have to put them at number 3. But please, like, go ahead and be number 1, guys. Like, just do it. You know.
Please, we don't want the others to win. Please,
just win, Forehead.
No, I love upsets. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. All right.
Win.
Then let's get to Bard for Tempest.
Yeah, this is my personal loyalties versus my my logical choice here, and Unbiased Bard is dead. So I'm gonna go with my personal loyalties, and I'm gonna put Tempest at number 2. But oh my god, this pool! I'm not locking in anything.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it then to. I cannot see with this shit on. Let's get to Volume 0, guys.
Volume 0. Okay. You know what? I put all the other 3 teams at number 1 and Volume 0 at number 2. It's going to be close. It really will. I see Volume 0 actually kind of at the bottom of the pack here. I see it going like Tailwind, Exodus 1 and 2, Tempest 2 or 3, and then Volume 0 just below all those. So with the competition being as tough it is, it's going to be Volume 0 at the bottom.
Exodus, where are you at with? I'm sorry, Tailwind. I'm sorry, Volume 0. I can't see with my normal glasses on, apparently. Thug, where are you at with that Volume 0?
You good, bud?
Does anybody else smell toast?
I have Volume 0 number 4 here, but they can very easily be 2 or 3. It's a crapshoot, man. This is a stacked freaking.
This is so hard.
Expect a lot of the feature matches to be involving this group because people want to see it.
True, it's very true. Let's take it then over to your next team in Indigo B. That's Praxis. NPC, where are you at with Praxis?
Oh, this is another pretty decent set of games here. I mean, all of Indigo really is a pretty decent set. But I gotta put Praxis probably at 2. I think they lose out to Battalion, and they could possibly fall to 3 in map differential versus Flying Lions. But I feel like they beat Barbados and they lose to Battalion, and Flying Lions is going to be real close.
Praxis, Bard, where are you at, Praxis?
I think I agree with NPC exactly. I'm putting him at 3rd. I think Flying Lions are a better team than them. I think Battalion are for sure a better team than them. I think Battalion sweeps this pool. So I'm gonna put him at 3rd. I'm gonna lock him in there.
Let's go now to Battalion, your preseason champions in Indigo B. Kind of a standout team being in the B pool. What do you think, Death Knot, of Battalion?
Yeah, they sweep the pool. I mean, why are they in B? PDK's MVP.
I've heard people say that.
I fell off there.
No, man, he's gonna be.
You're really off the rails there. Let's Thug. What do you think about Battalion?
I have the same thing too. I think this is
You also have PDK as MVP.
Yeah, he did.
Big fish, small pond.
You also have PDK as MVP, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the exact same as Death Knot. Death Knot is PDK as MVP.
Totally.
Okay, listen, sons of bitches.
You can't back out.
Hey, you walked right into this. PDK MVP, guys.
4th best DPS on his team. Still MVP.
All right, let's get it off to Barbados now. Barbados.
MVP in our hearts.
Barbados. Death Knot, where you at with Barbados?
I think they're getting it together. Like, weren't they kind of struggling a little bit? But yeah, they're getting it together. I mean, this is stacked. I don't think they're as good as Praxis. I think they'll fight Praxis for third. I think they'll get third. Well, I think Praxis will get second. They'll get third. That's my thoughts.
All right, let's go to Indigo B. Then I'm sorry, still in Indigo B. Bard, where are you at with Barbados?
Yeah, I think they're struggling too. I think they maybe turn it around by playoffs and maybe win their first playoff match, but they're not winning a match in this pool. They're going to be fourth.
Flying Lions NPC. Where are you at with Flying Lions?
I put Flying Lions either 2 or 3, depending on how they deal with Praxis. I see them beating Barbados. I see them losing to Battalion, and Praxis is their nemesis there. So they just have to win that map differential.
Thug, what about you with Flying Lions?
I have Flying Lions fourth here.
Oh wow!
I think they're a little overmatched. I'm just not feeling it with the rest of. They're going to lose to Battalion. They're going to lose to Barbados, and I see them losing a close 3-2 to Praxis. So that puts them at the bottom.
I feel the same.
All right, Indigo C. Let's start off with Supernova NPC. I know you love that logo, but how do you feel about Supernova's chances?
Supernova, it's going to be really tough. Another team with some roster transactions in the works. I gotta put them at third for right now until I can see what their roster is going to look like. I see the other teams, Dumpster Divers and Foxes, and they look like they have things a little bit more together than Supernova roster wise. So until I see a big difference, but I gotta put them at third.
All right, let's go then to Bard. What do you think on Supernova?
This is a weird pool because I'm like 99% sure Dumpster Divers take third. And so it's just which team takes first. And to me, I know more about Supernova than I know about Twilight Arctic Foxes. So I'm going to put Supernova in first just because I'm more familiar with them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Twilight Arctic Foxes. That time was genuinely a slip up. I almost called them Twilight Foxes.
Dumpster Divers now.
You know, purpose. Good cover. I'm
just saying Dumpster Divers. Let's go Death Knight. What do you think of the Dumpster Divers?
I think they finished low. Like their stage 1 was kind of stacked and against them. I think they're better than that. I think they're going to get second in this tier.
Dumpster Divers #1 fan here. Thug, what do you think?
I think they are. I give them 2, and I think it's Supernova is probably going to play themselves out of this pool and out of the playoffs. So I think it's going to be another one of those things. Fingers crossed, guys. Get it together. Put a team together. Play to the end. You have a few more matches left. You only have 2. You have 2.
Just enjoy it, man.
Just have fun. It's what it's supposed to be fun. So just play your games, and you could have a chance. But it's until I see it, I gotta mark them too. So let's go, Dumpster Divers.
And last but not least, the Arctic Foxes NPC. What do you think? One of the newest teams of Tranquility.
I put Arctic Foxes. I put them at the top. I put them at #1, and then Dumpster Divers. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close call. I think the Divers could probably pull it off, but Foxes seem to just have their ducks in a row, and it's just
quack.
That's what they're doing. Quacks. Yeah.
Quack indeed. All right, Thug, what do you think?
I have the bastard child of Arctic and Twilight Foxes running at #1. We all know that's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. This is the love child.
This is the love child.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So the Arctic Foxes are the love child of Twilight Foxes in Arctic?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes sense. All right, let's get.
I'm gonna say when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much.
Let's get out of the Discord
some
tier.
videos.
Take it
Yeah, but
to
what did
the
the Fox say?
Transcendence tier. Your first team in
And it's ruined.
Transcendence tier. Thug,
Gotta do
can
it.
you tell me who the first team in Transcendence tier is? It's Pogfish. You're taking too long. No, say the thing. Say the thing. Say the thing.
Pogfish.
All right, thank you.
welcome.
NPC, what do you think of Pogfish's chances?
I think I put Pogfish probably at a very close #2. Not to disappoint Thug. I think they got #1.
Not disappoint.
I think they've got number 1 potential, but I think they're gonna be a big old stinky number 2.
All right.
See what I did there?
Bard, what do you think here? NPC says Pogfish will be a shitstorm. What do you think?
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna put them in
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them in the yellow column because I think they're gonna be a number 1 here. I think. Well, yeah. Come on, catch up, Thug.
I lost my mustache. Dad jokes don't hit me quite as well.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think the people who were gonna get number 1 have dropped out. So Pogfish is just like that meme of the guy looking at the steak and he's like really hungry. It's just them looking at number 1 seed right now, and it's theirs for the taking.
Let's take it now to Requiem. Death Knot, where are you at with Requiem?
Man, I think that team's freaking good, man. Especially with Godhand, like one of the teams that gave him an issue. Well, gave every freaking team an issue, but with them gone, I think. I mean, it's hard because it's so stacked. There's only 2 pools, so I think 4th, but I think they have a chance to be higher.
All right, Bard, where are you at with Requiem?
Oh, this is so weird because my whole bracket got boomed. I think I put them. I think I put them 4th. Yeah. All right. I think I agree with Death Knot. I think they have the potential to. I think they have the potential to beat the top 3. How I have them rated out, but I don't think they do. So I'm going to put them 4.
No.
All right, let's take it now to Otaku Empire. NPC, where are you at with Otaku?
Okay, so I see this as like the anime arc. They were pretty strong before, but I think in stage 2, we're going to see a lot of filler episodes up until the playoffs. So I'm putting them at like 4.
Filler episode.
Thug, where you at?
I gotta speak their language, okay? There's the good ones, okay, and then you got filler episodes.
Yeah.
The training arc. It's a training
arc,
right?
Exactly.
And so they gotta get close. They gotta dip all the way down,
Right.
And then
gotta hit rock bottom, man.
Gotta hit rock bottom.
Wow.
All right, what do you think then, Thug? What do you think of Otaku Empire?
I think they're a very good team. I see them top half of this. I'll put 3 on it. But if they just don't shut up and playing, they're gonna bottom right out because they're giving a lot of bulletin board material to people and yeah.
No.
So if they just need to shut up and
I don't know if Wolven suddenly grew up and became Wolfie, but it seems a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's infuriating.
It's a Smurf. I'll investigate.
All right, NPC, what do you think of your favorite logo, Orbit? Where are you at with Orbit?
This is it. This is the number 1 spot.
Oh,
Orbit. Shoot for the stars. This is it. Orbit.
You are such a homer. You're such a homer.
Oh, like you're not for.
I know I am. I for sure am. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm saying you are.
All right. Yeah, this is it. Orbit is just orbit and go. All right, that's the way it is. Just first place.
Yeah.
Bard, what do you think of Orbit's chances?
Well, I had them at 4, but you know what? With
It's a
some
pretty sweet
changes
logo.
now, I'm going to put them at 2.
What's them at?
I've already said Pogfish are taken first. I think the only team that's going to actually give Pogfish a real fight in this bracket is going to be Orbit, and I think they're going to take number 2 for that.
Let's go to Tempo now. Tempo, probably one of the most unknown teams in this group. Haven't seen a ton of Tempo, but looked good when they've played. Good looking team. Warner's got a good squad going. They're in a feature match this coming Friday. So Death Knot, what do you think of Tempo?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of sum that up. They show promise, but the pool's stacked, so 6th. That's what I'm thinking.
Thug, where are you at with Tempo?
I have Tempo at 6 as well. I think they really need to pick it up, pick up the pace a little bit. They have some good potential. We just got to see what they do now that it's starting to really matter.
To quote Whiplash, not my tempo.
That's not my. Thank you so much.
You're
It's
welcome.
not my tempo. Again,
Great
not my
movie,
tempo.
by the way. Whiplash.
Are you rushing or dragging? Oh, it's okay.
Good. I need to go watch Whiplash.
You need to.
Great.
It's really great. Everyone, go watch Whiplash.
All right. Let's go to the good boys then. Death Knot, good boys. A lot of talk from the good boys. Where are you at with these guys?
Oh man, dead last. They threw my admin's pug game, and I'm never gonna get. No, I'm just joking. Fifth. Good enough to be fifth. How's that?
Fifth
Are you
for
sure
the-
they have capital?
Yeah, I'm fifth.
They do have capital. Bard, where you
Imagine
at?
having Capital being called the Good Boys. It's ironic.
Wow.
I don't want to say anything. I'm afraid I can't be unbiased. So, Bard, what do you think about Good Boys?
I there's a saying, I don't want to swear on the podcast, but it's similar to saying like talk smack, get whacked. But just in a more vulgar term. And I think Good Boys are in for a whacking.
Lucky.
So I think they're gonna go like 6th. We've seen that they can throw well enough to lose to the admins. So that means they can lose to literally anyone in trans tier. So I'm putting them at 6th.
They threw my admin game, man.
Yeah,
Are
They
you
suck.
salty about that?
They suck.
I was there.
Okay.
Well, somebody just put themselves on Good Boys Twitter. Anyways, Arctic, go ahead. Or let's get Arctic
They love me.
now.
It's fine.
NPC, what do you think of Arctic?
I think dead last, right above Good Boys. I don't know. We gotta see some big changes come out of Arctic, some better teamwork, because I don't feel like they're doing well at all. They're struggling here, and
They were 4-1 in stage 1.
I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, I look at the other teams and what they got. They maybe they have a chance against Tempo, but other than that,
Interesting. Thug, where are you at with Arctic?
I have them sitting at 5. I think Arctic, they had a good stage 1. I'm not sure what you watched in PC. Maybe I'm just stupid. I am stupid. I know that. I see Arctic 5 here. I see they're better than Good Boys, and I think they're better than Tempo. But yeah, I can't see them beating any of the top 4. So, but 5. They have a cool kid though. That's a win.
Primal out of Group B. What do you think NPC of Primal's chances? Full reworked roster on that team. Lots of changes going on. Where are you at with these guys?
Primal. Yeah, the rework is going to be it. I see them probably 3 or 4. Probably more like 3. I see them losing probably to Twilight Foxes. And I didn't even know that Meta Rejects was still playing, but apparently they're off the list.
That was the same when I saw it.
Yeah, if they're still on the list, then I guess they're playing, and I guess maybe they beat Primal depending on what their thing looks like. But Primal probably beat Clovers, Folklore, and Dirt, despite how much I like Dirt.
I like Dirt.
I like Dirt. I like Dirt. But just depends on how their changes are gonna be taking place here.
Bard, where are you at with the new age Primal?
I said earlier one of these teams makes at least a finals run. I don't know who that is, because I'm not sure about literally any of the teams in this bracket being good. I think at least 2 of them will be good. I'm not sure I'm ready to bet on it being Primal. So I'm going to put them at 3rd and just say that they have kind of a middle of the line run here. But, if they want to prove me wrong, I'd be more than happy to have them do that.
A lot of roster changes coming from Primal. And I got a loaded pile of DMs from pro gamers. So I have a feeling you'll see that roster transactions page light up a little. Twilight Foxes. Twilight Foxes came in as one of the lowest SR teams in Transcendence tier. All in all, not a bad stage. They had some roster issues. They didn't look too bad. They played pretty good. So let's get the Twilight Foxes here. Death Knot, where are you at with Twilight Foxes?
How many foxes are there?
Enough.
Like
plenty.
A lot.
There's a ton did all the foxes come around like after Sky Foxes was killing it?
Probably.
I don't know.
Plus,
Well, I need like a Star Fox 64 team. That's what I need. But
yeah. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, some good wins, right? But I, middle of the pack, I think. 3rd. Yeah, 3rd.
3rd place for Meta Rejects. Thug, where are you at? I'm sorry, for Twilight Foxes.
I'm at third as well. I see some good things happening with them. Again, like you said, they came in one of the lower SR teams, but they're proving that you can still hang if you got good coordination and it's not just relying on one or two people that half-ass play the game. So I have Twilight Foxes looking at 3 here.
Shots fired. All right.
Shots fired.
It wasn't anyone specifically.
Speaking of people who half-ass play the game,
Don't call me out, okay, Doug?
Oh no, I have not played since then.
Meta Rejects. Where are you at with Meta Rejects Death Knot?
Man, I still think that team's stacked. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're in B. I feel like they should be in A, but
because they had to forfeit half their matches.
I mean, they lost, that one really good pickup that they had in stage 1. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
Definitely what happened.
I don't know. I'm gonna say second.
Second for Meta Rejects. Bard, where you at, Meta Rejects?
Yeah, this is a team that, by all accounts, should be good, and yet here they are. I want to say that their bracket in stage 1 was against them, but they're another team, but I'm not quite willing to say that they're definitely going to be good yet. But I still think that they take the 2nd seed spot.
Where are you at with Clover's NPC?
Clovers. You know what? I put them in the bottom half, probably at 4 or 5, probably more like 4. I just don't see them beating Primal, Twilight Foxes, or Meta Rejects. They got really close game here with Dirt, I think, and then I'd see them coming in at 4th.
Excuse me. Bug, what do you think?
I have them at 4th as well. I feel like I'm copying everybody, but I see they're going to be in the lower half unless they can find a little bit of luck. I think they're going to struggle really hard.
Luck. I like it. Okay. Okay. I got you.
Nice. I respect it. Folklore Gaming. They had a very interesting stage 1. NPC, what do you think?
Folklore. I hate to see it. I love their logo, the skull mariachi guy. It's really cool. Logo. It's a very cool logo, but I just don't see it. I have them last. I just don't see them pulling it out unless they've got some big changes on the horizon. I don't see it.
Bard, what do you think of Folklore Gaming's chances?
Do they have any?
Wow!
I really want this team to do well, and I'm trying to support them. I really want them to succeed, but holy guys, man, they're gonna get 6th. I feel really bad for them. Next season, maybe. I want you guys to stick around.
Yeah,
make it
absolutely.
come back.
Please prove me wrong. Make the comeback, but for now, I'm putting them at 6th.
All right, and NPC's favorite team is our final team of Crunch Time, and that is Dirt. Death Knot. Do you like Dirt?
Yeah, I like Dirt. Who doesn't like Dirt?
All right. But where are you at with Dirt's chances here in stage 2?
I think they're another kind of middle of the maybe 4th. Something like that.
In that tier. Last but not least, Thug, wrap it up here. Do you like Dirt?
I like Dirt more than I like Folklore.
Oh,
it's not much. I think they're 5th. I have them 5th. Yeah. And really just because I just don't think Folklore is going to really do much at all. They're going to be left to the annals of history.
Nice. Good one. That's a good one there.
Cheer everyone up. I'm going to make the squid dance a little bit.
All right. That is the end of our Crunch Time segment. You now have everything, guys. Yes, that is all.
We talked about all the teams.
That's all the teams. We talked about all the teams. So stop.
We don't have to talk about every team every
yeah,
week.
Don't expect this next week. I swear to God.
An hour and a half long podcast.
Yeah,
I think next week we don't talk about any teams.
Next week.
Good idea.
Next week, I think we'll just have Bard just have his squid dance on his head for an hour, and we'll call it good.
I mean, that's about
So-
better than the content he provides. So
Yeah.
Whoa.
True. All right. We're
I
gonna
mean, this is the best content the podcast.
that's
I'm gonna change my MVP pick to his hat.
Yeah,
Yes.
there
Not
you
Bard,
go.
it's Bard's hat.
Bard's hat.
No announcements
Bard's hat.
today. We do have the giveaway for the $50 gift card. That's at the end of the podcast today. We will save that for after predictions. We're going to blitz through predictions now, starting with the Harmony tier feature that is airing tomorrow between Flashbacks and Pantheon, the two big powerhouses of Stage 1. Big match here, Flashbacks v Pantheon. Who do you have, Death Knot?
Look, I love you, Pantheon, but Flashbacks is just too good, man. I'm thinking they put up a fight, but it's 3-1 Flashbacks.
3-1 Flashbacks. Thug, where are you at on this one?
Flashbacks 4-0.
Flashbacks 4-0.
Statement win.
NPC, where are you at with this one?
You know what? Flashbacks definitely have a lot of talent, but they're affiliated with Capital somehow, and I just can't see it. And Pantheon, they got Yoon. I got to go Pantheon 3-1.
Yeah.
Bard, what about you?
Unbiased Bard is still dead, so I'm gonna say Pantheon 3-2. I think this will be the closest feature match in Harmony. that
Oh,
we
this is
get.
gonna be a banger. This is gonna be a banger for
This
sure.
is going to be a real banger. This is going to be a
Please
great
tune in
match.
to watch this because it's gonna be a
Definitely.
very good match.
It'll be
Definitely.
good. Absolutely.
All right, let's take it now to the Discord tier. We have my favorite team, the Dumpster Divers, taking on Arctic Foxes. Arctic Foxes versus Dumpster Divers, two teams we've seen basically nothing of, but we get the opportunity to see them on Thursday's feature. That's not who you at. Who do you got?
Dude.
Dumpster Divers and Arctic Foxes.
There's too many foxes, man. Like let's go with the raccoons, man. 3-2. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Did you just say raccoons?
Raccoon.
Raccoons? What do you want?
It's a raccoon.
Raccoons? All right.
Raccoon.
Thug, where are you at with this one?
3-1 Foxes.
3-1 Foxes. NPC, what do you think?
When it comes to nocturnal trash diggers, I gotta go with the Arctic Foxes.
Oh, wow.
They're cool.
Oh,
Bard,
good
what
there.
do you think?
These certainly are two teams. Foxes 3-0.
Oh, doing that thing where you predict the draw that doesn't happen again.
It never happens. That's why I predict it.
All right.
It's big. It's bold.
All right. Tempo taking on Arctic, the Transcendence tier feature. Two teams again we haven't seen a whole heap of, but Death Knot, where are you at with this?
Tempo and Arctic. I have to go Tempo. I think
By the score
3-1.
of
3-1, yeah.
3-1. Tempo. Doug, what do you think?
I have Arctic 3-1.
Arctic 3-1. Interesting.
2, yes.
NPC, what about you?
Okay, there was a band called Queensryche. No, I'm gonna go Tempo. I'm gonna go Tempo 3-1.
Hope you kids listen to it.
Bard, wrap it up here. What do you got?
So to quote a musical visionary of our time, my world is on fire. How about yours? And I could use a cool breeze to bring it down. So I think Arctic are going to supply that cool breeze, and they're going to win 3-1.
Right,
I don't think anybody got your musical reference. What song is that?
That's fine.
Your YouTube
Zoomers.
feature. Your
Zoomers.
YouTube feature this week is Royals taking on Doodles. Death Knot, who you got? Royals, Doodles, Harmony tier.
Dude, I think this is going to be a really good game. I'm gonna say Royals 3-2. I think this is gonna be close, man. I think Doodles can put up a really good fight, but I think Royals are just a little bit better.
Thug, what do you think?
I have Royals winning this one 3-1 as well. Doodles again are a good team, but I think Royals are just very, very strong.
NPC.
I think Doodles have a lot of individual talents, but I think Royals have definitely the team coordination they need. So I think it's going to be Royals 3-1 as well.
Bard.
Last time I picked Royals to 4-0, they lost. So
Double
that's
down.
off the table.
Double down.
So with that in mind, I'm going to double down and pick Royals 4-0.
There you go. There you go. That's my
All right,
man.
Royals
double.
doomed to lose by Bard. Exodus
You're welcome.
versus Tempest. That was your Twitter poll match of the week. Make sure you vote on those Twitter poll matches, guys. What match do you want to see us predict on the podcast? It was very close. One vote separating this from the Heckin' Habaneros match with Tempest. So I'm sorry, not Tempest. Pardon me. way too
Tempest
many
has 2 games this week. It's
Tempest
big.
had two yeah. The Heckin' Habaneros versus Prodigious Matt. Pardon me. So let's see what people think here. We got Exodus versus Tempest. That's not. What do you think?
I think Exodus is just gonna 4-0 it, man. That's just what's gonna happen.
It's just gonna happen. You just gotta trust me on it.
It's just how it is.
Doug, what do you think?
Well, if you don't feel like trusting Death Knight, you can trust me because it's going to be 4-0 Exodus.
4-0 Exodus.
Oh, yeah, baby.
NPC, what about you?
Yeah, don't listen to these losers, okay? It's definitely going to be a 4-0 Exodus, but it's going to be a close 4-0. It's going to be a close 4-0.
Yes.
Tempest, you're going to put up a fight. I'm going to love to watch this match. It's going to be amazing.
3 4-0s for Exodus right now. If you read chat, there's 3 people who voice their predictions. All 3 of them say Tempest, Bard.
All 3 of them play on Tempest or Tempest affiliate. So
I mean, Triage does, but Pro Gamer
doesn't.
Oh, okay. I just crispy, but okay.
So
Whatever. I'm fine. Yeah,
I with the power of the squid hat, I am going to bestow this to Tempest, and I think that they will lose 3-2. Sadly, I think it's 3-2 no matter who wins. I'm gonna.
They go nap 5.
Close match.
Wow,
yeah. It's gonna be a good one. Hopefully, people will be able to catch that on one of the streams from either of the teams there. And we wrap it up with your upset special. Death Knot, who is your upset special this week?
You guys are crazy. Spuds are gonna slap Lightspeed. We're gonna slap them. Come on, 4-0.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. The unbiased Death
Knot is making.
We're going, man. We're going. We're coming. We're going at Lightspeed. At Lightspeed.
Okay. Thug, what do you think?
For some, I had to triple take this one. Y'all picked Prodigious over Heckin' Habaneros? Are you stupid?
Most of those votes were pre-roster transactions.
Pretty sure a lot of those
I don't care, even without roster transactions. That's Habaneros. I had 3-1, then I saw that's 4-0. It's going to be a clean 4-0.
4-0 says Thug. NPC, what about you?
You know what? I didn't think Death Knot was gonna bard the thing and pick his own team.
I have to, man.
I picked SEAL Team Spuds over Lightspeed. Earlier, I said that Lightspeed was going to be number 1 in the tier, and then Spuds was going to be number 2. But I think that this game in particular, we're going to see Spuds over Lightspeed.
Right, Bard.
I might have some scrim knowledge. I don't know.
Death Knot flexing the team a little bit here, but Bard, what do you think for your upset special?
I went with the trans. I try and stay in harmony tier too much with these, so I went with the trans tier team this time just to balance it out. And I saw that Twilight Foxes are down almost. They have less than half the votes of Primal, and I think Twilight Foxes are just a touch on the sleeper side right now. So I think they could take this 3-1.
All right, there's your upset specials for the week. Again, I am sweating way too much. But we do have, last but not least, your drawing for the winners on the events. That's right. Every winner of the events received a t-shirt from the Tranquility store of their choice, but they were all entered into a drawing for a single $50 card to Amazon. And that was drawn for, and just plug in the random number generator. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, 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 boop. And your winner from the SEAL Team Spuds, Absol, is from the SEAL Team Spuds, one of the winners of the 2v2 tournament with Joel. Absol will be taking the $50 gift card to Amazon. So congratulations to Absol on that. So that is all for today, everybody. Next week, we will look to bring you another exciting podcast. Not really sure what we're going to do yet. We're just going to mix it up. We were going to do a fantasy draft. I don't know if we're going to do a fantasy draft anymore. Maybe we'll talk about awards. Maybe we'll talk about teams. Maybe Bard will just dance with his hat for an hour.
That's
Bard
still has to do the dances.
I do. Yeah, I'm recording those tomorrow. They're not going to be good.
No, we can do live. We can just do a live. I can give him some coaching. My wife does choreography. She can give you maybe a little lesson.
That'd be great. I don't dance.
So he's got to wear the hat for the
Yeah, that's
dances,
what I'm saying.
right?
I think.
Do you want me to do? Do you want me to wear the hat when I record the dances?
I
will.
mean,
Just the hat.
yeah.
Look, I will record that one and DM it to you.
just
The
that.
rest of them I'll upload.
OnlyFans.
Okay.
That's the OnlyFans. Bardo W.
Woo.
We'll go ahead and close that out, guys. Remember, it is September. If you want to get your subscriptions, continue to support the community so we can continue to provide these awesome events for you guys and provide prizes for those, because those all come from all the support y'all are giving us.
That's
So
true.
It is September, so we definitely appreciate the support you guys are giving us, just as much as you guys, did so much work with Rise Above the Disorder. I know we also appreciate the support, so we can continue to do what we try to do here, and that's make this place thrive and survive and thrive. So for everybody here,
Thrive.
thrive. All right, for everybody here, I'm Mr. Yeti, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.
Bye.
Experience tranquility. Pass into the iris.